Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something that is pretty relevant to being a mommy, and that is packing your hospital bag. So I am currently 39 weeks and 1 day, if you want to be exact, and obviously the hospital bag is something that I start to kind of get ready around the 36-week mark. I may throw a few things in, but then around this time is when I generally try to get things together. Now this is my second child, so my hospital bag is way more realistic. I feel like we don't have as much just because our priority is to have the baby and then get home to kind of start our lives as a family. So this is definitely way more realistic than the first bag where I brought like everything. So if you are interested in knowing what somebody may bring, then just keep watching the video. So we were trying to keep things fairly light and not having to bring a lot of things. So my bag may seem very, very empty to you, but that's just because I felt like we had so much stuff last time and I really don't want to have to worry about a lot of clutter. You know, obviously you already have the car seat, and having a toddler, we have to pack his bag for where he'll be the night that this child decides to come. So already having to figure that out, I just don't want to have to worry about a lot of things and kind of keeping everything clean, because I feel like I packed so much and didn't use half of it. Like right now, one of my biggest things is, do I really want to bring my laptop or not, and all those things. So I haven't quite decided that. Obviously I'll have my phone and the charger for that. So just remember, if you bring any type of electronics, it's definitely based on personal preference. I know the first time around I brought my iPad and I did use it, but I was in labor throughout the night, so I actually slept a majority of the labor and I didn't really use it too much. So I think it's kind of like a time preference, as well as, you know, do you happen to watch a lot of movies, or is that something that'll calm you if you happen to want to have music playing? Definitely weigh those options. I don't think you're totally crazy for bringing a laptop or anything like that. Just always make sure that you're leaving with whatever you're coming electronic wise, because those are very expensive to replace. We also don't tend to bring like a separate camera, just because our phones at this point have pretty much become our camera. So we just always make sure that we have the camera and or our phones and our chargers, and that's as far as we go. And also if we have family in and out and they have cameras, they tend to take a lot of pictures anyway. So then the next thing is wallet. Definitely you want to make sure you're bringing anything that's going to be kind of like your personal effects, you know, your ID, any type of hospital paperwork you're going to need. And this is great just because it's also a calendar, and it's just big enough to where if I get any paperwork from the baby, I can kind of keep everything in here because it's big enough. So I love this. It's kind of like a daytime planner slash wallet in one, and I love it. Next I have a toiletry bag that is not full, only because certain things I'm using right now. I'm not a huge fan of just buying toiletries for the sake of it. I'll try to buy certain bulky items so I'm not having to travel, but right now all I have in here is like a face wash cleanser, a body wash, and some makeup wipes, especially because if I happen to go into labor and I'm wearing makeup, I want to remove that fairly quickly because it's going to all be off by the end of pushing anyway. So I like to have good face wipes, and if I'm still feeling kind of iffy after labor, I don't necessarily have to get up and wash my face. I can just kind of wipe down with a wipe and not have to worry about it, because, you know, sometimes you just feel gross after labor. And lip balm definitely, because my skin gets super dry when we're in the hospital. And then there's a little baby binky for if we happen to use that when we are there. I don't tend to bring a lot of baby things because the hospital has them, but I did want to bring just a little binky because that's what we always used for Sebastian, so we will use them if we need them. As far as like different things that I will pack like a moisturizer, my shampoo and conditioner, and like deodorant as time comes. Again, I use them on a daily basis, so I don't always bring travel things of those. And then I will also put my husband's stuff in there. This is actually one duffel bag filled with just me, my husband, and the baby's things. I was very proud of myself. One thing that I take in high regards, I got this as a tip from some other people, was to bring flip-flops. This is just if you are a super germaphobe such as myself, and I actually wear these very carefully don't want to fall. When I get in the shower, I used to work in a hospital. I know that they do a great job at cleaning, but hospitals are just prone to illness and sickness, and I just can't wrap my mind around standing in a shower where, like, I don't know, things have been in there. So I always I brought these last time and I was so happy I did, and I will bring them again. You can find a pair at Old Navy for, like, what are they, $1.50? Like, they're so inexpensive. And you just want to make sure you're careful, obviously, with flip-flops and water. Just be very careful. But the shower was the most glorious thing to me after labor, so I take it in high regards. I did not want to be, like, quickly like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up and leave because this is disgusting. So I wanted to take my time, and the flip-flops definitely help. I took some, obviously, undergarments, like very, very comfortable bras, and I don't usually bring socks because they give you the hospital socks since you're up and walking around, and the only clothes I tend to bring are very comfy. So I packed some leggings and some basic shirts. The leggings from Target are absolutely amazing, the maternity ones. So I have 2 pairs of those. One I can wear home and one I can just kind of lounge around. I'm hoping we can kind of be in and out. I have a few shirts, nothing too extreme, a pair of sweatpants, just in case I want to sleep in something a little bit more comfortable. But clothing wise, nothing really major. I just try to keep it very comfy, casual. I don't really care what I look like. And like I said, socks I don't really bring. And for the baby, obviously we packed what he's coming home in, as well as a little onesie so that when him and Sebastian are meeting, they will be matching, and then some little hats in case his little head gets cold. And usually I don't really pack too much for the baby either, just because they tend to have everything there. I know when Sebastian was there, he loved to be swaddled, so he really wasn't wearing a lot of clothes. He pretty much kept that swaddle on the entire time he was there. So I'm not too focused on making sure I bring onesies or a lot of stuff for the babies. I think that's kind of like a common misconception, unless maybe that's just my hospital. I don't know, but I know that they provided a lot for the baby. We don't bring bottles. We are formula feeding. We don't bring formula because they have all of that there and send you home with some as well. But we are also fully stocked at home for that. So then for my husband, it's just bare necessities. I brought a couple outfits, some slouchy shorts. Just think comfortable, especially when you're coming home. You're not really going to want to wear something super extravagant. Like, even jeans won't be comfortable unless they are for you. I mean, I love jeans. They're just not something that I want to wear the day I'm coming home from the hospital. I want to be super comfy, super casual. Usually I stay in the hospital gown for a long time, and then when I get in the shower and I'm like ready to like de-gunkify myself, I'm like so ready to be done with hospital things. So definitely bring whatever is your comfiest clothing. And I am not planning on having a C-section. Obviously things can change anytime, but always kind of keep that in mind as well. Bring something that, you know, if like the leggings I have they are supposed to be over the belly maternity leggings. I just feel like it is a little bit more in control, so I tend to like those a lot better. But the sweatpants I brought sit low, so if I happen to have some type of emergency C-section that is unplanned, you know, it's not going to be hitting me right at my incision. But with Sebastian, I did not have a C-section, so that's kind of what I'm going off of. I also bring a belly bandit, which I don't always wear when I'm in the hospital, but that is something that I did enjoy wearing with my first child. You know, I don't wear them as like a waist trainer to try and get skinny, but after having a child in your stomach and then the child being gone, you just feel like empty and kind of loose, and things are just kind of falling wherever, and it just kind of helps make you feel more secure, if that makes sense. Kind of holds everything in place. So sometimes I will start wearing those maybe a day or two after labor, and then I'll try to wear them as much as possible. With Sebastian, I definitely noticed a difference of how it helped my body get kind of more so back to normal, and so I will also be bringing that. And something that I don't put in the bag as well is a pillow. I do bring my own pillow from home, just to have something from home. They do provide pillows at my hospital, at least. I can't imagine a hospital that wouldn't, but I do bring my own pillow just to have something just don't do what I did. And when I was in labor with Sebastian, I brought a pillow of mine with a white pillowcase, and the hospital had white pillowcases. So at the end I was like, I think this is my pillow. I'm like 95% positive this is my pillow, but every time they came to want to change my sheets, they were like, is any of these yours? So definitely make sure that you're bringing like kind of something that can differentiate your things from the hospital things. I don't bring a blanket or anything like that. The car seat will sit in the car until we are ready to be leaving. But like I said, I wanted to keep this fairly simple, not a lot. Anything important will be in my little wallet, and other than that, any chargers will just go in the front pocket. And I don't plan on bringing anything more. I am going to do like what I packed for Sebastian in like a toddler bag kind of video, because his is obviously going to be a little bit more extensive since he's staying somewhere else while we are going to be delivering. As for jewelry and stuff, I actually don't wear my wedding ring or any of that into the hospital, just because if I happen to have a lot of swelling and they need my ring to come off, like, I don't want to have to sit there and worry about where the ring is at all times, or that making sure it gets somewhere safe. So all jewelry I do keep at home, and that is about it. Other than that, this is what I bring to the hospital. Food wise, I just worry about when we're there. For my husband, he just worries about it when we're there. And other than that, you don't really need anything more. You're going to be coming home with a new addition, so that is pretty much the most important thing. You could probably not come with anything in a hospital bag and be perfectly fine. You'll just be leaving in a gown. So yeah, that is my bag. I hope you guys found this helpful at all. I know it doesn't go into like an exuberant amount of detail, and I'm pretty boring when it comes to my hospital bag, but I think simple is better. I traveled with way too much beforehand and it got way too chaotic. So yes, if this helped you, definitely give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe, where every Monday I do mommy videos, family related videos, and then the rest of the week is all about beauty and things of that nature. So other than that, I don't have anything for you, and I hope you guys are having a terrific day. Bye guys!